We are beaming with the fantasy goodies. Look at the glow on this kid's face over here. It is Rick Kamla. It is Hall of Famer Steve Alexander. Doc, we have made it almost to the end here of championship week. We're through 4 of the days. We got 3 days left. We got a lot to get to with the performances last night. I've got a little bit of like sprinkled in look ahead to the weekend. And like when we do the must-add players, you know, you really got to target Saturday. More than Friday and Sunday. So we'll reiterate that point, bring up some dudes that y'all should be looking at, man. But here we are, dude. It is a feisty championship week, Doc. I'm in some big time arm wrestling matches, and I'm enjoying it, man.
Yep, I'm down 6-3 in 30 deep, I believe.
Uh-oh.
But he played a lot of games last night. I just had my little guy Delano Banton out there, so hopefully I catch back up tonight.
So, Doc, let's start with our breakdown of Thursday night in the NBA. Who is your Magic man? And we have I've got 3 options written down here. Interesting.
Well, I'm going to take
which way you could go.
I'm going to take the low-hanging fruit and leave the others to you. As much as I'd like to go with my boy Bub or somebody else who went off, I'm going to go with Giannis. Giannis did something no one has ever done. He had 35 points, 17 rebounds, and 20 assists, along with 2 steals. He hit 12 of 19 shots. The thing I'm most impressed about is Giannis hit 10 of 11 free throws, which he never does, and a 3-pointer against the Sixers practice squad. They shot 52% from 3. A game after they shot 69% from the field and 59% from 3. That 69% from the field that the Bucks shot in their previous game was the highest since 1998. And the Sixers are so bad that Doc Rivers decided to watch this one from the locker room in the second half. He was not feeling well. And on top of all that, Damian Lillard is going to be back for the playoffs, it sounds like. So Sixers are kind of heating up, man, and they're looking to make some noise in the playoffs. They're just treading water until Dame gets back. Muted.
What a line from Giannis. You do have to consider the source here a little bit. I'm not putting an asterisk on history. I never do that. I'm not watering down great statistics here in a championship week. It's Philly's second and third unit, right? Like, did Jokic did his 30-20-20 in a play it straight game. I forget, correct me if I'm wrong, right? And I forget who he was playing that night, but I'm pretty sure that was a play it straight game. This obviously was not a play it straight game. You're out there against Grimes and Yabu. We'll get to Adem Bona. What a game from Adem Bona, baby.
And Yabu.
And Yabu played very, very well. Dude, I'm in a battle in Cam Dynasty, and ironically, here we go again. Field goal percentage is going to be absolutely critical, even though I never make coaches' decisions based on field goal percentage. But guess what, Doc? Adem Bona shot 13 of 15 last night. That's pretty good for the field goal percentage last I checked. So, Adem Bona, you're my guy. But, okay, I'm jumping the gun here a little bit. Oh, wow, sorry. A gun reference. I didn't even mean to do it. I mean, Ja Morant, dude. Middle finger to the league. Ba, 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 ba. Ba, 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 ba. Ooh, 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 ooh. All these stupid-ass moves with the guns, right? Like, it's so immature. It's so dumb. Like, do it at the club when no one's watching. I mean, bro, you just almost got suspended. Do you have any wherewithal? Do you understand it? Dude, Adam Silver probably needs to bang on him today, I should say. Pause. Sorry. So Adam Silver probably needs to bang on Ja Morant today because Ja Morant went at, you know what Ja Morant did to Adam? And by the way, I'm kind of like ranting here. He did hit the game winner last night, 30 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 steal, 3 threes, 32 minutes. He's been ooh la la in these 4 games since he came back, Doc. But that was gross. And his teammates were gassing him up and doing it back at him and stuff like that. I'm like, y'all are literally saying F you to the great Adam Silver. And Adam Silver might need to send a lightning bolt down on the Memphis Grizzlies, bro. I don't know. Where are you at with that? I'm not trying to be like an old fuddy-duddy. It was dumb, immature behavior. I didn't like it. I'm not an old fuddy-duddy. You know that.
I watched I watched the Lakers game from start to finish. I have not seen the Ja game winner, and I assume that's when he went off with the guns. Is that correct?
No. He was like kind of just like I'm the man chill at that point. He lifted up his jersey and like went like, Memphis and like all that kind of, it was fine. The celly was fine. It was throughout the game. Like a little, like he'd have an and one or something. He's over by their bench going do or whatever. And it was funny, dude. He did the walk-off interview. I forget who did it, right? On TNT. And as soon the camera stayed on Ja, Doc, look at me right here. The camera stayed on Ja. As the person says, all right, thank you. They get the whatever from Ja, and then they go back to Kevin Harlan or whatever. The cameraman or woman stayed with Ja, and after the interview, he immediately did a gun reference with some fan in the corner. This was after the walk-off interview at the end of the game after the game winner, dude. I was like, wait, whoa. Was that just a gun reference right there? And then I went to Twitter and I saw like people had cut up all the gun references throughout the game that he made last night. Bro, what is wrong with this kid, man?
Wow. That's actually hard to believe.
What's wrong with him, dude?
It's hard to believe. Especially after the league just investigated and talked to him yesterday.
And warned him.
That's crazy.
If I'm Adam Silver, I'm telling you right now, like, Adam, please don't suspend Ja Morant. I'm trying to win a fantasy championship or 2 with him right now. Please don't suspend Ja Morant. But you know what, Doc? I am not going to be butthurt, and I'm not going to be pissed if Adam Silver suspends Ja Morant. I'm not. I'll go to Twitter and applaud it. Like, dude, like, I'm not trying. Anyway, dude, I've said what I need to say. I don't get it, man. Adam Silver's not telling Ja Morant, dude, you need to stop going to the club. You need to stop hanging with your homies. You need to stop doing this. You need to stop doing that. You just got to not make gun references when cameras are on. Is that too much to ask, bro? A shred of professionalism. Is that a little bit too much to ask? Apparently it is.
Is Ja your magic man, or was that just a rant?
Both. Both. I mean, he did hit the game winner, dude. As I explain the game winner, I want you to pull it up. Just go Ja Morant game winner on Twitter, and a little cut up video will immediately pop up. Okay, so Ja Morant drives on Kel'el Ware and sort of gets him backpedaling, and then Ja does this. I mean, it was really smart, and then does a step back from like the step back fadeaway from like the free throw line, and the shot was soft, and he got a shooter's roll, but I thought it was a lucky shot because it wasn't like the front rim, then the heel, then maybe the glass, then it falls where it's all in the straight line. It like hit the right rim, bounced up, bounce, fall. I mean, look, it was a lucky shot. Andre is correcting me on Kel'el Ware, okay? Because last night on the broadcast, Andre, I'm watching TNT, and I don't know who the hell it was, called him Kel'el Ware, okay? So I'm like, I've been calling him Khalil all year, but the guy on TNT just called him Kel'el. So dude, I'm going to go back to Khalil because we've been calling him Khalil all year. And by the way, who am I rocking with? I'm rocking with Andre Lebouche. I'm not rocking with the play-by-play guy. I don't even know who was on the game. I watched the game. I can't even remember who was on the game. That's kind of where my head's at right now, Doc. I got a lot.
So I Googled Ja Morant game winner, and the first thing that comes up is a headline on CNN. that says, I don't care no more. Ja Morant hits game winner after repeating gun gesture following reported warning from the NBA.
Did you see the game winner? All politics aside, did you see the game winner?
Yeah, yes. It was.
Is that a lucky shot? How would you describe that game winner?
He got a shooter's bounce. He got a very good bounce. He got lucky.
Again, like, we just got to call it what it is. If it was like, oh my God, what a shot by John, that's a lucky shot. I played ball. Doc's played ball. I've hit a step back fade away that bounced off the rim several times. Maybe not for the win, but I've shot that shot. It's like, oh, that's off, and it goes boom, boom, boom. It's like, wow, okay, that one went in. Must be my day. Okay. So before, this is good timing here, Andre. So that's my Magic Man. Doc's Magic Man was Giannis. Curry will come up at some point here because he was fabulous last night in the Dubs win over the Lakers. So before we get to the must-add players, we got a little bit of news here, Doc. Is Scotty Barnes being shut down? Darko Rajakovic said the finger issue is the culprit in his shooting dip and that he's trying to shoot with 3 fingers. It'll need rest to heal, but him playing for now is the decision they've made. And then he said, you guys can see he's even struggling dribbling out there. Rajakovic says he's had to talk to Barnes post-game about his status Friday. He's been playing through it for months now. All right, so this was on my followers list. Let's talk about it right now because this might be some big news. Scotty Barnes over the last 5 games, Doc. 5 points, 9 points, 9 points, 18 points, 15 points. The minutes have been 27, 24, 28, 27, 28. He's been garbage. All right. And Scotty Barnes, Doc, is probably like, yo, can I get some star treatment over here? Or Scotty Barnes is going like Russell Westbrook and Chris Paul and being like, no, I want to play every game. I'm that guy. I don't know what that is. But most guys at least get the every other game star treatment, like RJ Barrett, Emmanuel Quickley, Jakob Poeltl, and Ochai Agbaji. But Barnes is always questionable for every game. So, yeah, I think we might have seen the last of Scotty B, Doc.
It sounds like it. It reminds me of Pascal Siakam. We keep banging on him. He scored 15 or fewer in 6 straight. And he's on the injury report with right elbow bursitis. So, you know, if Scotty's shooting with 3 fingers and Siakam is shooting with a broken elbow, not broken, but you know what I'm saying. There's a reason these guys are struggling. And it sounds like both of them have been playing pretty hurt.
I could get sarcastic with the Barnes thing, but I like Scotty Barnes. Do you like Scotty Barnes? I think Scotty Barnes is a baller. I think he's a gamer. I don't think he wants to sit out. Was it last year that he had a major injury, that he had surgery and stuff? And or was that 2 years ago? I can't remember. But my book on Barnes is not like he's looking for the easy way out. And I think this kind of proves it right here. This is a good look for Scotty Barnes playing through all this.
I mean, yeah, it puts him on the Warrior list, I would think, because, Bradley Beal gets that injury and we never see him again.
Never see him again. You and Brew later on today will be talking about Bradley Beal, I presume. Bradley Beal's off the injury report. He's going to play here tonight. All right, Doc, take me into some of your must-add players after, 6 or 7 games on Thursday.
Real quick, I would just had my 30-deep score pulled up here, and you were talking about field goal percentage. Passador is up on me 49.5 to 49.4. Free throw percentage is 85.1 to 83.7. And turnovers are 42 to 33. It's those stupid categories that I don't care about are going to end up burning me. All right. Or maybe they won't. Maybe I'll come back. Are we talking pickups? Hot pickups?
Must add players, my brother.
Adem Bona, 13 of 15, 28 points, 6 boards, 2 steals, 3 blocks in my DFS lineup. But I was going against a man named Giannis, and his 80 FanDuel points or whatever it was were too many for me to overcome. Bona, I think, is as must have right now as any player on the waiver wire, right? Like, you just got to go get him. And if your league goes into next week, they play 4 games next week. He's on fire. Yabusele had 22, 6, 3, and a steal and 4 triples. Bounce back. We had written him off, Rick. We were done. And then he comes out of nowhere in the same game. Bona goes off. So that was good to see. Bub Carrington, 12 of 18 with 7 threes, 32 points, 9 boards, 7 assists. Hello. Pajemski, I think you called this, 10 of 17, 8 triples, 28 points, 8 boards, 6 assists, a steal. You pick him up. Our guy, Davion Mitchell, 37 minutes, which is all I care about. If he's going to play 37 minutes, I will roll with him with the good and the bad. He had 11 points, 4 rebounds, 7 assists, 3 steals. I think he had 1 3.
3 threes.
3 steals. I'll take it. 7 dimes and 11 points. We were all over Davion Mitchell yesterday. I feel like he came through. Rui Hachimura, I got 3 more guys. Rui is 1. 9 of 15, 3 threes, 24 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists. That's a pretty good game. My guy, Delano Banton. Hello. 8 of 19 shooting, 2 threes, 2 of 10 from downtown. Dude, if he would have hit like 4 of 10, he would have scored 30. He had 23 points, 3 boards, 2 assists. Anthony Simons was out. He's still on an injury report. We don't know if he's going to play or not. If Simons is out, you go with Banton. If Simons plays, maybe you have to go with Banton anyway, but he's not going to be nearly as good. And then Orlando Robinson, 14 points, 5 boards, 3 assists, a steal, 2 threes, 27 minutes in a start without Jakob Poeltl. If Poeltl plays, pump the brakes on O-Rob. If Poeltl's out, you run with O-Rob.
That is Hall of Famer Steve Alexander. I'm Rick Kamla. We are the Fantasy NBA today, breaking down Thursday night. We have Algorithm Andre Lemouche as well. We're waiting on a Dre bomb, as we call him around here. He takes news from people around the league. He drops it in our chat, and it becomes a Dre bomb, okay? I want to piggyback on some of the stuff you were saying and then bring up some other stuff. What I really like about Bona, Doc, is that he started with Yabusele. I don't know if they've rocked that way yet. Maybe a month ago, like when Bona, I don't know, but that was to me kind of new and very, very encouraging, because when I saw that like Yabusele was going to play, I was kind of like bracing for the Philly starting lineup. And Doc, in the 6 o'clock hour, I went to Philadelphia 76ers on Twitter because they usually put out the starting lineups. And then obviously the sports ethoses and whoever else, they take it from there, and then they run with it themselves. But like I was like getting impatient. I'm like, I just going to the damn team here, okay? And so I see Jared Butler, yes. Nick Nurse, you're my boy. Nick Nurse is my boy, bro. If I would have had to cut Jared Butler had he came off the bench last night, but he started. Remember, that was the decision we talked about. It said if Butler's not in the starting lineup for the Sixers next game, I'm cutting him. Okay, but he was, so I kept him. The goodies were okay. 14, 1 and 4, 1 block, 1 steal, 3 threes. I'll take it. Okay. Bona obviously had a near Magic Man type of night, and then Yabu was good. And these 3 guys are going to be monumentally important on Saturday, Doc. These are going to be league-winning stat lines from these guys on Saturday. Nick Nurse, please just rock with this for one more game. And you can experiment all you want with the Lonnie Walkers and the Ricky Councils and whoever the F else you want. Your new toy, Colin Castleton. Mess with him. Just give us one more game of what you gave us last night, and we'll all be good with you, brother. Andre's asking, any concern with Castleton eating some of the Bona upside? Possibly, if Bona is a bench player. But if Bona is the center, they're playing Yabu at his natural 4, then Castleton can get some minutes behind our guy Bona, and everything is fine. And you think about it, Castleton played 13 minutes last night. Bona played 35. So that's linear with Bona, and then Castleton was his backup. So I'm good. I'm not worried about that at all.
Castleton's on a 10-day, dude. And Bona is the future, part of the future of this team. Like, I don't let Castleton mess up Bona. Bona's rolling right now, dude. Do not mess it up.
I had Davion Mitchell written down again, and I just want to piggyback. He's got a game on Saturday. Okay. Saturday is the key day here. I'm going to say it and say it and say it. You and Brew keep saying it this afternoon, Doc. People need to know this. Friday, it's not going to be hard to settle lineup. Sunday, it's not going to be hard. It's a million games. Saturday's the day that you've got to target here. Davion Mitchell has a Saturday game. Giddy the F up. Banton and Doc, I literally had a low-key night Steph celebration when I saw that Anthony Simons was ruled out. Okay. And nothing against Anthony Simons. We don't root for injuries over here. But he was questionable. And Delano Banton's life changes, Doc, if Anthony Simons is playing. Right? Like Banton goes from fantasy stud to gigantic question mark. Dude, he's been a fantasy stud for 2 games. He was a fantasy stud for 8 games last year, helping you win the 30 Deep Championship. And he's going to be a fantasy stud as long as he's either starting or playing starters minutes. They have 2 games left on Friday at Chicago and then Sunday against San Antonio, Portland I'm talking about here. I believe you got to go with hunches, Doc. Remember, we played the hunch earlier this week. I said, I have a feeling Anthony Simons has been shut down and we just don't know it yet because it's a forearm, okay? So if Simons comes back tonight or Sunday, I don't know. I'm wrong, okay? But Portland could be teetering on a tank right here. They lost Tumani Kamara last night, Doc, to an ankle injury, okay? Yep. So that makes Banton even more attractive here.
Scoots out with a concussion. So even if
Jeremy Grant is out, so like we're green lit here.
Even if Simons does come back, you have to think that Banton gets those scoop minutes, right? I would hope. And Kamara's out. Duop Reith is hurt. Scoot is out. I mean, it just feels. I'm just gonna roll with Banton regardless. I don't care. I have to. I don't have a choice. But just on while we're talking about it, Portland only plays 3 games next week. If anybody's still playing fantasy hoops next week, Portland is one of those 3-game teams. So ride with Banton the rest of this week, and then let him go and get a 4-gamer.
I agree with all of that. Donovan Clingan to me, Doc, is pretty attractive right now because of the 2-game thing remaining for this team. The lines, you look at the last 5 games, guys, on his game log. It's weird. It's very choppy. There's not a lot of traction and consistency. But if you add up all the numbers over the last 5 games and average them out, they're not that bad. Okay. Like, again, it's not great, but it's volume. It's man games. He's got a game Friday and a game Sunday. And I don't know how that works with your team, guys, but if you've got 1 move left, and let's say you've got you've got a lineup on Saturday you feel good about. You've got 1 lingering guy that won't make your starting lineup on Saturday. Cut that guy and get one of these players on teams with 2 games left. Golden State has 2 games left. The Lakers have 2 games left. The Blazers have 2 games left. Milwaukee has 2 games left. Okay, you got to be looking at it this way right now. It's not just, oh, I love a Dembona, I'm going to go get him, although you should. But you've got to, grab a sheet of paper, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, draw columns, and then draw guard, forward, center, you, and then your bench, okay? And plug it in like puzzle pieces, okay? Like whatever you have to do to fill in as many man games as you can. That's what you have to do right now. So clinging with the 2 games left. Doc, Jacoby Walter, O-Rob, as you said, and Jamal Shed. None of them played great last night, but they all played okay. They all had helpful lines. They play, when do they play? Friday and Sunday, okay? Again, math, extra games. Now, I want to have a debate with you, Doc, about Zach Edey. I'm waiting on the laugh because I'm bringing up Zach Edey again.
Dude, he's been playing better.
You know why? Tuamos Izalo. Andre, did I say that right? Tuamos Izalo. I think I nailed it. Finally got his first win last night. Hey, on the game winner by Ja. First win for the new coach. Doc, you know this as well as I do. When a new coach comes in, the new coach changes up the rotation every single time. And it could be a little minor tweak. It could be a major thing. It could be 2 new starters, or whatever. Izalo hasn't completely redone the thing, but he's playing Edey more, Doc. And I wonder if Zach Kleiman upstairs was mad at how Taylor Jenkins was kind of yo-yoing Edey and wanted more consistent playing time for Edey. I wonder about that. Was that I mean, obviously, John Morant got Taylor Jenkins whacked, but I also wonder a little bit if Zach Kleiman wanted Taylor Jenkins to play Zach Edey more. Let me get into the numbers. 4 games under Izalo. Edey's gone. This was last night. 8, 13, 1 block, 28 minutes. Tight game. The game before that, 10 and 16 with 4 blocks, played 32 minutes. Again, tight game. The game before that, he sucked. 4 points, 2 rebounds, 1 block, played 13 minutes, but they got blown out by Boston. Okay. And then the first game with Izalo, another tight game, 14, 11, and 2, 3 blocks, 1 steal, played 27 minutes. What that tells me, Doc, is that when it's a tight game, Izalo wants that size out there and that shot making out there, and that Edey's going to hover around 30 minutes a game. And Memphis has, how many games do they have left? They have 1 game, but it's a Saturday game at Detroit. So are you on Zach Edey? Would you fire him up on Saturday if you had a hole to fill?
Yeah, especially with the new coach. I think they're going to let him roll the rest of the way. And Duop Reef getting hurt for Portland. Back to your Donovan and Klingon take. There's nobody else left to play center in Portland. Just let Klingon finish this thing out. I like that call. Rick, I'm getting a list of all the teams who only have 1 game left this week, and it's a short list. Can I rattle that off real quick?
I would love to hear that myself. I'm going to actually write it down, and I will put it to use this weekend.
Memphis, 1 game left Saturday. Miami, 1 game left Saturday. Minnesota, 1 game left Saturday. Orlando, done for the week.
What?
Cut your magic.
Wow.
Wait. Yeah. They played Thursday. They're off on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So Orlando's done.
No bueno.
Philly, 1 game left on Saturday. Washington, Bub, 1 game left on Sunday.
Oh, that's a buzzkill.
That's it.
Okay.
And Brooklyn only has 1 game left, and it is on Sunday as well.
And I say this affectionately, nobody cares. I am so out on Brooklyn. I'll make a point about their box score later on in the show from last night's loss.
You can't even. There's no one you can play from Brooklyn. It's awful.
Awful. It's a dumpster fire. And then Doc, I want to have another must-add player debate with you here. Scottie Pippen Jr., Doc. Major factor last night in Memphis's win over Miami. Last 4 games, again, this is all with the new coach. And it seems like every time I look up at the Memphis game, I see Pippen and Ja in there at the same time, right? And they're not, but it's just kind of, I'm getting that vibration. Minutes over the last 4 games, 27 last night, 23 the game before, 17 and 18. His minutes are on the rise. 23 and 27 last 2 games. The points have gone 16, 5, 10, 17, and that was last night. That's a good little pattern there of scoring. Over this 4 games, he has 4 steals, 17 assists, which is about 4 a game, and 7 threes, which is almost 2 a game. Okay. It's not a great line, but it's a pretty good line. Do you trust, based on that pattern and this explanation, Doc, that Pippen is going to play maybe 25, 26, 28 minutes at Detroit on Saturday, and people can maybe fire him up or not? Where are you at with that?
Well, again, we have a new coach who maybe likes Scottie Pippen more than Taylor Jenkins did. Here's the key to this thing. Pippen's line last night was 17 points, 1 rebound, 7 assists, 2 steals, a block, 3 3-pointers on 6 of 9 shooting. He did all of that on a night that you just named Ja Morant, the guy that plays his position in front of him as your magic man. There's no reason those two can't coexist. I actually I've got Pippen as a riser right now. Maybe he should be a pickup. It'd be fun if Memphis had 2 games left instead of 1. But if you can play somebody on Friday and then go get Pippen for Saturday, do it.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm saying with that. And then lastly, Doc, I think, and look, I had Ryan Rollins point prop over yesterday at 10.5, and he missed it by a half a point.
I know.
Ryan Rollins had 10 points last night with 2 rebounds, 1 assist, no blocks, no steals, 2 threes, 29 minutes. I mean, pretty garbagey, okay? Shot 4 of 8. So he only took 8 shots. But I want to make this point. Don't cut him, okay? They have 2 games left, Saturday and Sunday. And look, Doc, sometimes, by the way, do these waiver wire guys click and go off every night? No, they don't, Doc. Okay. The game before, we were oohing and awing about the 23-5-5 with all the goodies. Okay. Don't forget that game. We have 2 games left for Milwaukee, Doc, Saturday and Sunday. Saturday, very critical. Okay. You're going to love having Ryan Rollins on your team on Saturday. I don't even know who they play. I know he's going to have a bounce back game. And then they play again on Sunday in case you need to fill a hole. Doc, sometimes it's just Steph's night. And he sucks all of the oxygen out of the arena because he's Steph frickin' Curry. Giannis sucked all of the oxygen out of the arena last night, right? Lopez didn't fire. Kuzma didn't fire. Trent didn't fire. Rollins didn't fire. Why? Because Giannis did everything. Is that going to happen on Saturday or Sunday? No, it is not. Okay. Not that Giannis isn't going to be great, but he's not going to have an active God game like that. I think Rollins is going to be really solid on Saturday and Sunday.
Well, it's interesting. I have a drop list, and Ryan Rollins is not on that. I have a fallers list, and it includes Ryan Rollins and the other guy that you and I couldn't stop talking about yesterday, Pelle Larsson. And Pelle Larsson was straight garbage last night. 3 points, 2 boards, 3 assists, 4 steals and a block. The 4 steals and a block is great, but the 3 points
garbage.
3 points, bro. Both of those guys. It's kind of funny that you just had this discussion because I was going to have the same discussion. I'm not cutting Pelle, and I'm not cutting Ryan Rollins. They had an off night.
They had an off night, and guys, there was some foul trouble for Pelle Larsson. Again, was Pelle Larsson going to score 15 every game from now to the end of the season? No. Okay, these guys aren't robots, and Pelle Larsson's Pelle Larsson. Pelle Larsson's not Devin Booker, okay? Pelle Larsson's Pelle Larsson. Let's remember this. He's a rookie, okay? All right, Doc, let's get into some drops after what we saw last night. Take me into your list.
Buddy Hield has a good game every 2 weeks. And the rest of the time, he sucks. And you talk about Steph Curry sucking the life out of somebody. Buddy Hield was 0 for 3 with 0 points in 13 minutes last night.
You are so funny. I said sucking the oxygen out of the arena, and you said sucking the life out of people. There's a huge difference.
Well,
one is murder.
You can't live without
one
oxygen,
is murder.
Bro. You need oxygen to live. I don't care sucking oxygen or the life. Buddy Hield sucked last night.
You crack me up, dude. I'm crying over here. You crack me the F up, dude. Keep going. I'm sorry.
Dorian Finney-Smith, 1 of 6, 2 points, 29 minutes. Sucked the life out of his fantasy owners. Point guards in Orlando, drop all of them. Corey Joseph, Cole Anthony, Anthony Black, any Anthony. Pick an Anthony in Orlando and drop them. In fact, drop everybody in Orlando because they don't play anymore this week. It's over. It's done. Jaden McDaniels, as we highlighted yesterday, stinks right now. 8 points, 4 boards, 2 assists, 1 steal, 2 blocks, 33 minutes of action. Bye. D'Angelo Russell, coming back from a sore ankle, gave us 13 incredible minutes and missed all 6 of his shots and scored 0 points. Bye. All right, I'm done.
Bro, that was tough against his former team, too, the Minnesota Timberwolves. To go out there and wet the bed like that, 13 minutes, 0 of 6, no points, and a measly Sunday game left that he might not even play, by the way. Go ahead and cut him. He's on my cut list as well. Doc, the Lakers bench. Oh, I'll get to Luka, but the Lakers bench, Doc. The Lakers bench. Oh, well, we got to go by the segments here, right? We're doing drops. Nobody's dropping Luka. I'll get to him later in the show. Doc, the Lakers bench and Luka are why the Lakers lost that game last night. Dorian Finney-Smith, Vanderbilt, Vincent, and Jordan Goodwin combined for 7 points on 3 of 15 shooting, Doc. 4 players, 3 made field goals, 7 points. At home. That's where, hold on, I got to talk like Shaq.
Your others have to be way better at home. Your others always play better at home. Role players always play better at home. Kamla Juice knows this. Dr. Ray knows this. Algorithm Andre knows this. Everybody at Sports Ethos knows this. You got to have your others to play well, but they always play well at home. I don't know why they didn't play well at home last night. It's weird. Cam, back to you.
Thanks, Shaq.
That's
pathetic. Beautiful. That's pathetic, Doc. Doc, JJ Redick should be called into an office right now. And I think JJ's done a great job. Dude, how does when you need to make a fucking shot, how does Dalton Connect not get in that game last night? DNP-CD. Like, I get like reading the game and you go into the game and Dalton Connect's not in my preordained rotation here. But you had to know at halftime that something was up with your bench, bro. Like, how do you not dust off Connect for a little 8-minute stint in the second half to see if he can catch fire and hit 3 threes, right? To me, that was a mistake by JJ Redick, dude. But the Laker bench had 7 points on 3 of 15, bro.
First of all, their bench is garbage. Like, they don't have a bench. If they had a bench, they would be a contender to win it all. If they had a bench like OKC or Boston or Indiana, like so many teams have a bench. Like, they don't have a bench and I wonder about this Redick Connect thing, because if Dalton Connect would have got traded to Charlotte like he should have been, he'd be balling out right now.
He'd be killing it.
He'd be going crazy, dude. He would. And does JJ Redick not like Dalton Connect because Dalton Connect has JJ Redick's game and maybe doesn't do things the way JJ Redick did them? Like, it's weird. Like, I'm not going to say jealousy, but there's some weird thing there, because any other team that Dalton Connect is on, he's playing every night. He's playing 25 minutes a night for any other team. I don't understand what's happening.
I mean, I agree with everything you're saying. I think the Lakers are 15th in defensive rating. You know, Dalton Connect's not bringing a lot on that end of the court. Jordan Goodwin is. But Jordan Goodwin's not a shot maker. I'm just saying, think about how defensive-minded this second unit is. Dorian Finney-Smith, defense first. Jared Vanderbilt, defense first, second, third, fourth, and fifth. Gabe Vincent, defense first, second, and third, and Jordan Goodwin, defense first, second, third, fourth, and fifth. They're all defensive guys, okay? They're not shot makers. Vincent can get hot. DFS can get hot. But Vando and Goodwin are just defensive guys. I mean, if they like pop and have 10 points, oh my God, he had 10 points. Are you serious? Like they break into news with coverage of their double-figure game. That's how rarely it happens. Just wanted to bang on the Laker bench. None of those guys should be even on your radar for fantasy basketball. Are you guys finally understanding the pattern with Tristan Vukcevic? Are you finally seeing what I have been telling you? Okay. Second of a back-to-back, don't play Tristan Vukcevic. Y'all aren't listening to me. Okay. Clean out your ears. Listen to your boy. Listen to the goats here. Okay. I pluralized that because Doc's a goat too. He played 14 minutes last night. 7-1-0, 1 block, no steals, 1-3, garbage. Okay. Look at the game log. The last 3 back-to-backs, he has played the second game, and his minutes have been way down, and the performances have been god-awful. Okay. You just got to read the patterns or listen to us here on the Fantasy NBA today. Are you finally hip to the Vukcevic second of a back-to-back deal?
It's listen to you because I was kind of on Vuk last night, and you were exactly right. You called it. I was leery. I thought he might be okay because Rashawn Holmes wasn't out there. They just didn't use the center for most of the game. Do you expect a bounce back from Vuk on Sunday?
I do. I think he'll be pretty good. I do. I mean, like decent numbers. I don't know. Like he had that one spike game, right? But the numbers in the second of a back-to-back games are kind of sapping and bringing down his numbers a little bit. So if you get him free from back-to-back, a little bit of rest, yeah, I think the young fella should play pretty well on Sunday. The thing is, you might be out of moves by Sunday. Also, Sunday's not a hard day to find guys. There's going to be studs on waivers because there's so many games. You're going to probably be able to field a lineup without making any pickups at all. Another drop, Doc. No, I can't say that because Milwaukee has 2 games left. I was going to say Kevin Porter Jr., but I'm not going to do that. And it's been 2 bad games in a row, but he's got 2 games left. So that he's not an immediate drop for me. If you're dropping him for a guy that has 2 games left, then you drop him. But I'm not dropping him for a guy that has 1 game left. Although, see, what stream of consciousness, right? I would drop Kevin Porter Jr. to get a Saturday game from a Dembona. I'll say that.
Well, only 7 teams have 1 game left. So that means 23 teams have 2 games left. You can drop Kevin Porter Jr. and you have 23 other teams, including the New Orleans Pelicans' entire roster, to pick up somebody else.
Good point.
And KPJ, man, I mean, he's just not getting it done. Doc doesn't like him, like you said. He does pop. He pops once every 10 days. But we don't know if it's going to be in these last 3 days. So I think you can cut him. Just make sure you're getting a 2-game guy if you do it.
And or Bona. And then you've got, because I think Bona will have better stats on just Saturday's game than Kevin Porter Jr. will on the 2 games combined, unless there's that random Kevin Porter Jr. act of God game that we can't predict right now. So good luck, guys. Lonnie Walker and Ricky Council, Doc, they started the previous game. They played pretty well. And then it was Butler off the bench, like we've been following. I mean, like, dude, we have our finger on the pulse of the tanky 76ers, wonky and ever-evolving rotation. You can't get this anywhere else, people. It's the Fantasy NBA today. It is Hall of Famer Steve Alexander. It is Rick Kamla. I mean, you can't get this anywhere else, man. But, Doc, you got to send them back to waivers. They got 1 game coming up on Saturday. You have no idea if they're going to start. Signs point to them not starting.
Philly has 1 game left. The only Sixer that I care about, there's 2 of them. It's Bona and it's Quentin Grimes. The rest of them, I don't. Even Jared Butler. I mean, he only plays 1 game. Cut him and get a 2-game player.
Even Yabu.
Well, Yabu. I care about Yabu a little bit. I didn't care about Yabu until last night. He finally showed up.
He woke us up. He said, "Start talking good about me on the fantasy." He grabbed us by the shirt collar last night, Doc.
Is he going to do it again on Saturday? I don't know.
I don't know. All right, Doc, let's pick up the pace here a little bit as we get into some risers after Thursday night. Who's caught your eye in the riser category?
Your boy, Shaden Sharp, again.
Woo.
36, 6, 5, 2, 4 threes. Bam. Jared Butler in the starting lineup. Sixers play one game. I'm cutting him for a 2-game player right now. This is going to sound dumb, but Taurean Prince, if you're in a super deep league and there's nothing on waivers, Taurean Prince had 14 points, 3 boards. He's averaging, no, that's what he's averaging. His last 2 games, 14 points, 3 boards, 1 assist, 0.5 blocks, 1 steal, and 3 threes on incredible shooting over his last 2 games. Milwaukee has 2 games left. I don't know. I think I trust Prince more than I trust KPJ right now. I'm just going to say it. Scottie Pippen, we already talked about him. He looks awesome. Memphis only has 1 game left this week. Keep that in mind. And then Khalil Ware. Notice I say Khalil. 13 points, 15 boards, 3 blocks, 2 threes. That's money. He's been playing pretty good down the stretch. I wonder if he's making any dents in the Rookie of the Year race. Probably not. But he's playing well. But again, Miami only 1 game this remaining. You might have to cut Khalil Ware.
He might get to number 2. Khalil Ware is probably my second Rookie of the Year. Zach Edey's making a little push here, but yeah, they're not gonna run down Stephon Castle. Risers for me, Shaden Sharp, baby. I had him written down. Denny Abdia as well, dude. This is going to be the spring where Denny Abdia wins championships for people, and they always remember it'll. They'll be like, we'll always have Denny. We'll always have Paris or whatever, that like romantic phrase from the chick flicks.
It'll be my Jeremy Lin.
Yes, exactly. We'll always have Denny, right? Dude, I mean, last night, 26, 15, 6, 2 blocks, 2 steals, 2 threes. My God, these stat lines from Denny Abdia every game.
Every night.
He's got games on Friday and Sunday. I mean, fire him up. What can I say? He's probably going to close the deal for you all on some championships here, and you're always going to have Denny, okay? By the way, what I like to do, if a guy like Denny is like the reason, and I just like, without that dude, I didn't win that chip, buy a jersey. Go get a Denny Abdia jersey. You're like, I'm not a Blazers fan. Are you a Denny fan? Do you want to commemorate the championship that you won? Buy a jersey. Every time you look at that jersey, you will remember the chip that guy won you. I did that last year with Bron when he helped me win a chip in the Cam Dynasty. Every time I rock that Bron jersey, Doc, I'm like, yeah, golden in Cam Dynasty. Right? I don't know if I'm going to win this week. I don't know, but I got one, right? I got a ring in the Cam Dynasty. I'm very, very excited about that, and I always will be. All right. I almost said Antonio Reeves. Pardon me, Austin Reeves. My God, 9 threes last night, 31, 6, and 3. He handled his business last night. Your guy didn't. Khalil Ware, by the way, is a riser. 13 and 15 with 3 blocks last night. I would not be so fast to cut him because it's a Saturday game. Again, create a grid. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Put all your players in there. How many moves you got left? Analyze the waiver wire, or just watch this show. Watch Brew and Doc coming up a little bit later. We have everything you need to know, and then just follow the injury report on Sports Ethos Fantasy app, which is completely free, and you'll be good. Poge is a riser, 28, 8, and 6. I did think he was going to have a pop game. I did hit the point prop over on him. I had no idea he was going to flirt with a triple-double with 8 threes. That was excessive and aggressive. Gary Trent Jr. had a pulse last night, which was nice. He had 13 points, 3 steals, and 3 threes. Gary, more of that on Saturday and Sunday, I insist. Bam Adebayo and Tyler Hero, Doc. are shredding right now. They are fucking killing it without Andrew Wiggins. 26, 7, and 5, 2, 1, and 2 for Bam. Hero went 35, 9, and 4, a block and 4 threes. And dude, I know you hate this. I shouldn't say hate. I know that you love to bang on this guy. Rudy Gobert, bro. He had 21 and 18 with 2 swats last night, 6 straight double-doubles for the Frenchman, for the Stifle Tower. You got to start giving Gobert some love, yo. 6 straight dubs, man.
He's playing well. He's playing good.
So who's on your followers list?
Wasn't that who Jokic had that monster game against? It was Rudy Gobert.
Oh, yeah. The 60, 10, and 10. Yeah, that was against Gobert. It was. Yeah. Well, and because he was in foul trouble. Remember, Anthony Edwards was in the paint. Remember Ant-Man was in the paint trying to guard Jokic, and Jokic is like, back him down, a little flip shot. It's like Edwards has no chance against Jokic. Oh, my God. All right, take me into some fallers here, bro, before we get out of here.
Pell Larson, Ryan Rollins, but I still like him. Miami only has 1 game this week. You could probably live without Pell Larson. Cut Pell Larson and pick somebody up with 2 games. Ryan Rollins plays 2 for Milwaukee. Keep him. Justin Champagnie, bruh. 8 points, 1 rebound, stealing a block. Washington has 1 game left. Cut Justin Champagnie, get a 2-gamer. Vucevic, same thing. He plays on Sunday. You can probably cut him and pick up somebody with 2 games. Justin Edwards. Philly only has 1 game left. He had 3 of 9 shots for 8 points and 8 boards. Get rid of Justin Edwards, get you a 2-gamer. Dante DiVincenzo in his return hit 1 of 9 shots for 2 points. Ouch. Minnesota only has 1 game left this week. Cut DiVincenzo, get a 2-game player. And then Kamara hurt his ankle. Duop Reith hurt his knee. Not that you're holding those guys. Cut them and get somebody who's healthy and playing 2 games.
I have 1 faller, and his name
Luka Doncic.
Is Luka Doncic. I just have 1 faller, one guy that has plummeted from the ranks of a fantasy star, if only for one night. Luka Doncic last night, 19 points. I mean, just right there. What? 8 rebounds, 7 assists. You're not winning rebound props. You're not winning assist props. You're not winning point props. You're not winning any props. You're not winning any friends. You're not winning any games. Luka Doncic shot the Lakers into a loss last night. 6 of 17 from the field, 0 of 6 from downtown. Okay? He's a ball hog. He needs to share the rock more. I'm just kidding about that. I'm kidding. I say that like all the people that bang on SGA as a foul merchant. I hate that narrative because of course he is. That's what you're supposed to do, is get into a guy, get contact, go to the free throw line. Jordan did it. Kobe did it. Dr. J did it. Bird did it. All of the greats have done it. So don't bang on SGA for that. So, I mean, it's just 1 game. But, I mean, literally, like I'm watching the game, I'm like, brick. Luka, you're killing me. And the Laker bench, obviously. But I just had to bang on Doey Doncic a little bit before we get out of here.
And you should have, because he was not good last night. And had Austin Reeves not shot those 3-pointers he was hitting were crazy. Like Austin Reeves played like Luka last night. Yep. And that's the only reason the Lakers were even in the game in the 4th quarter is Austin Reeves. So I got to agree with you. Luka was not good in the national spotlight last night.
Quick question here. I know you and Brew are going to be all over this. The Lakers play again tonight at home against New Orleans. This seems like a rest opportunity. Don't the Lakers have OKC on Sunday? I think they do. I think they got a big game on Sunday, and they got a very little game at home tonight. But again, they really can't leave anything to chance because they don't have a bench. They need their big boys to play. They're still in the the race for playoff seeding. Like, do you think Bron and Luka are going to play tonight at home against New Orleans?
Is this not a must-win game for the Lakers?
They all are right now.
And they just played last night. I mean, Luka played bad. I could see Luka and LeBron taking the night off. Oh, boy, 75,000 for Ja.
Yes! 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 Adam, I love you! Adam Silver's the greatest! Let's go! Let's go! Oh my gosh, NBA cited 2 finger gun motions from Morant. There were many more in Thursday's game in Miami, warning Morant and the Grizzlies about refraining from the gesture. Dude, if Ja does it, wait a second. Oh, Andre, you're killing me. Oh, he got me. He said he also got suspended for 1 game and then said joking. Andre, you got me. I was like, oh my God. Because you can suspend a guy and fine a guy. Whew. By the way, $75,000, Doc, is a huge fine for a player. Usually it's 25 or 30 or something like that. Like, that's a big fine. Not that Ja cares. Dude, if Ja does it again in the next game, he will be suspended after that because he got a warning with no punishment. Now we got a warning with punishment. If he does it again, Adam Silver's going to be like, bro, I have no chance, no choice but to suspend you.
And he says, I don't care no more. I don't know. But the Lakers are a half game behind the Nuggets. They're 1 game in front of the Warriors. I think the Warriors play the Nuggets in the next game. The Lakers have got to win this game tonight, but it's New Orleans, and they should be able to do it with their – oh, wait, they don't have a bench. Oh, wait, if they don't play Luka and LeBron, they're not going to win.
They kind of got to play those guys. Bron is more of a gamer than Luka. I wouldn't be surprised at all if Bron plays tonight and Luka does not. That's my prediction right now. I don't know, but that's my prediction right now. Doey Doncic always suck. I need a night off. I couldn't shoot last night. And LeBron's going to be like, bring on New Orleans, dude. Because if LeBron and Reeves play, they'll have that game wrapped up by the end of the 3rd quarter. They won't even have to play in the 4th quarter. Anyway, Doc, we're out, man. Anything else you want to tell the people before we say bye-bye?
No, that was fun, and you need to impersonate Shaq way more often. That was incredible.
I appreciate you saying that, man. All right, so I will sign us off here as Shaq. Shaq, come on in here, man. Take us out.
All right, Cam. Thank you. Appreciate you, man. I want you all to know you should go to your favorite app store, download the Sports Ethos app. It's completely free. Kamla talks about it all the time. It's how you win leagues. We have all the tools you need out there, the blurbs. It's all very convenient, very economical on your phone. You just scroll with your left hand, like Cam's been telling you. Have you been listening? Can you dig it? Also, subscribe to the Fantasy NBA Today podcast feed. Subscribe to the Sports Ethos YouTube channel. Go to sportsethos.com. Subscribe to their work over there. Thank you very much. Kamla, back to you.
Shaq, you the man. We love you, big fella. For Algorithm Andre Lemouche, a.k.a. the Dre Bomb. For Hall of Famer Steve Alexander and all of you who we love so much, I am Rick Kamla. We will see you next week. I will be on at 11 a.m. with the Sports Ethos NBA show with Rick Kamla. Shaq, you going to listen to that?
You know what, Cam? You're the man.
All right, we're out. Have a great weekend, everybody, and good luck with all your picks. Good luck with your wagers, and go close the deal on some championships. See ya.